So this is part two and a continuation of the video that I made yesterday about monitoring spirits. And in this video, I just want to elaborate about monitoring spirits and what they basically do. So their main objective is basically to destroy you, honestly. They have no goodwill to you. The majority of them, I believe, are related to what we call the demonic realm, which has an issue with God. They hate God and hate the things of God, which is humans is one of them. We're one of the things of God, so they don't like us especially. But I don't want to get too deep into that part. I just want to tell you a bit of what they do. So the first thing is, most likely the spirits that are monitoring you was also have been monitoring your mother when she, even before she was pregnant with you. Okay, when your mother became pregnant with you, those spirits were aware of that. Okay, and after you were born, those same spirits that have been monitoring your mother and trying to destroy her and your father as well, they're trying to figure out ways how to destroy you as well. Okay, so this is kind of ties into what we call family generational curses, not family curses, but generational curses. And this is kind of one of the things that kind of drives it. You'll have someone in the family who has some type of spirit, sometimes monitoring spirit on them, and it will stay with them throughout their marriage, throughout when they have children. The spirits will mess with their children. When they become older and they get married and have their children, they go after them as well. So it starts going generation to generation to generation, and that's sort of how it works. And this is one of the reasons why you might have, like if you'll notice, or if you may know a person who's struggling with alcoholism, right? And this is not for everyone, but you'll notice sometimes once you look at that person's family history, alcoholism has been going on in their family for generations. And it may start at a certain point, like maybe a certain great-great-grandparent start becoming an alcoholic, and it kept going on generation to generation. It might even be so specific that they might even start becoming an alcoholic around the same age at each generation. They might even die around the same age for each generation from alcoholism, So that's a sign right there. But sometimes we don't really pay attention to patterns like that. We may not take notice of someone becoming an alcoholic at the same age for each generation. We may not notice a pattern of people dying around the same age of alcoholism through each generation. They may not notice that pattern. Sometimes people are not really good at connecting dots because we just kind of go throughout our lives and work and pay bills and take care of our children, which is good. That's what we're supposed to do, but it kind of distracts you from noticing those small details. It's sort of like driving versus walking. When you drive down a street, you may notice a lot of things about that street, but when you walk down that same street at a slower pace, you may notice small details about your neighborhood that you never noticed before. That same street you used to always drive down. When you walk down at a slow pace, you may look at this like, oh, I never noticed that house over there, or I never noticed this tree, or I didn't notice these kind of flowers over here. You see what I'm saying? So when you slow down a little bit and pay closer attention to what's going on around you, you'll notice little subtle signs like that let you know that there's more to this world than what meets the eye. All right, now the next thing is your children. When your children are telling you that something strange is going on in their bedroom at night, chances are they're telling you the truth. We live in a culture where we like to downplay children's intelligence because we think that because they're young, that they don't know anything, and it's just their imagination. But children know the difference between normal and not normal. They know the difference between right and wrong, right? Parents, we think that we teach our kids right from wrong, but they usually already know it, honestly. They know if something is strange. They know it's not normal for somebody or a dark shadow to be coming out of their closet when they sleep at night. So if your children are complaining to you about something that's going on when they sleep at night, they say something odd is going on, pay attention to what they're saying. I'm not saying to teach them what I'm teaching you. Just try to calm them down, but take that as a sign that you may need to do some investigation, and you might even need to pray, go in their rooms and pray over them, pray over your family, pray over your household, okay? And a good question to ask your child, if they can possibly answer it, is like, what time did they experience this thing in the middle of the night? That's if your child has the ability to recollect the time that it happened. But if it was around 3 o'clock in the morning, between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., like 2, 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, then I suggest you take what they say seriously, especially if it's been happening. This is more than once. This has happened more than once, and that's it.